Here we go. Carver and Lisi here with you. College football playoff and bowl picks, NFL Week 16. We're giving you everything here today on the show. Mike Carver, of course, along with the encyclopedia of college football, the one, the only. Go for the two, Joe Lisi. Hi, Joe.
Got a lot of mo, Carver. Holiday season's intact. Bowls. Is the Hawaii Bowl before Christmas?
It's Christmas Eve.
I love it. I wasn't sure. I got to be honest. With all these players checking out.
Up and away game, that Cal.
You got Hawaii and Cal. That's it. No Justin Wilcox will rocking Ronnie Rivera coach on the sidelines. Huh?
Up, and away.
Let me just say this.
Yeah.
All this other bowls, and I love the bowls, but they've killed it. Congrats, all the suits, all the gurus that cover college football that want to be on the Mount Rushmore of college football. Congrats, you killed it. The Joe Klatts and everybody else. Nobody likes Cinderella. Nobody, and I know I'm in the minority. Nobody wants to see Tulane, and nobody wants to see JMU. But if somebody does strike the upset, Carver,
nobody wants to see them.
Everybody will be kissing their ass. Everybody will be kissing their ass, and right, including you. I love the Dukes. I loved John Summerall. I loved them.
I think it's stupid. I think if they're, we did this last week. We can't do it again. If they're undefeated in a conference like that, I have no problem with them being in. 2 losses, and they got the. Take a walk, Joe. Like, honestly, we don't need this. This is ruining, honestly, the weekend because you have these 2 games that are already over before they even get played.
What's ruining the weekend?
It's ruining the weekend is what it's doing.
All right, it's ruining the weekend. All I could say is forget that. College football playoff tonight on the horizon. That's all that matters. Standalone game. All the dogs lost last year, and I believe all the dogs lost and all games were under. I think so. Was that Penn State game under? It had to be because SMU didn't score. SMU didn't score.
Awful game. They were all awful games.
I got to tell you. Was
Tennessee Ohio State game under too? Was that game under?
Tennessee only had 9 points.
Yeah, it must have been under.
Yeah. All I can tell you is this. Listen to me. I just want you to listen. Ready?
I'm
here. Just like.
Well, let me.
One dog could be barking. One dog could be barking.
Let me start with this. As much as I was upset last week, many people were upset, complaining, belly aching, and none of that has changed, by the way. The College Football Playoff Committee are still crooks, and they still did a bad job. But today is the day, Joe, where we now have to put that stuff on the back burner because they're actually going to play the games. And that, at the end of the day, is what's most important, is that they're finally going to play the games, and all this stuff that these suits, the crack crab and lobster committee, all these flunkies down there in that room, they're gone now, Joe. Now we play the games. Let's get on the field and let's do it. And that, I think tonight's game is very good.
I got a jersey for tonight's game. Jersey game.
Really?
I'll tell you what. I wasn't going to do this, but I just feel like I have to. I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to do it. Trust me. I would no.
Game of the
Carver. For those that have followed me, I lost the game of the year. I lost the game of the century.
Game of the millennium.
And the game of the millennium.
So what are we on now?
No. This is the creme. This is it. Make no mistake. There you are, Kenny Loggins. I didn't want to do it, but I feel like, I've been watching Lifetime. I've been watching all these holiday movies. I watched Santa Claus with Tim Allen and Martin Short the other night. I love
that one.
You're Mr. Freeze. But listen to me.
Nothing beats Christmas Vacation.
Listen to me, Mr. Freeze. All right?
Yeah.
Friezo. Oh!
Whoa!
Former producer, Friezo. Yeah. How about this? Not the game of the year. Not the game of the century. Not the millennium. On today's show, before 11 a.m. Eastern, I'm going to be putting out my game of the lifetime. Game of the lifetime on the show today.
Okay.
I wasn't going to do it, but I decided, you know what? I took a step back. I looked at the board. I felt very calm. I felt collected. I've been getting knocked around. Hey, no. Listen, I wear it like on my sleeve. I'm not one of these touts or anything. I do all this stuff for free. We do this for free. We should be paid big bucks for this. Trust me. With all the other garbage shows that are out there,
if anyone would like to pitch me and Joe doing a show to any of the networks or Sirius XM or anything like that, go.
Yeah, listen, we need an agent. Ain't any agent want to represent us? We actually have talent. We're not some hacks that just moved on. Oh yeah, You really can't beat entertainment like this, Joe. A year ago, I was fly fishing. Now I'm a college football expert. Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. All right. Listen. Bottom line is this.
Are you like coming out of the gate with this team?
No, I'm not.
Until I get to the game before
hors d'oeuvres, specials of the day. Listen, we have lamb chops. We got the baked clams. We got the mozzarella caprese. And by the way, we have the game of the lifetime.
Game of my lifetime.
My lifetime
coming up this weekend. Now let me start with this before I get into the games, and we'll do the 4 college football playoff games this weekend. And a couple bowl games today. I think they've got the Potato Sack Bowl on Monday night. There's a couple bowls. And then we'll do
Potato Sack Bowl?
And then we'll do
Sack Bowl. How about just the Sack Bowl? How about that? Huh?
And then we'll do NFL Week 16 picks. Let me ask you this. Doing
it all in one show. Doing it all in one.
No, we're not stopping and going. We're doing everything. Big picture before I get to these games. Is there anyone playing this weekend that you think legitimately can win the college football playoff championship?
Yes. And I told you what it was a couple of weeks ago. At that point, it was 65-1. I don't think they will, but I do feel they get there.
Oklahoma.
Yep. I mean, that's one of my. I haven't backed down with that pick.
Well, look, we're going to start there, Joe, because that is the first game. It's tonight. It's Oklahoma. It's Alabama. It's the first game of the college football playoff. Under the lights in Norman, rematch. Sooners beat them in Tuscaloosa a few weeks ago. Alabama, first 3-loss team to make the college football playoff. A lot of people didn't think that Oklahoma's resume was maybe good enough to be here either. They got this Mateer, who, of course, I've always had a little bit of a love-hate relationship with. I will tell you, Joe, when this matchup was first forecasted and put in front of us, and we even talked last week a little bit about the matchup. And I kind of said to you, and I knew you were going to like Oklahoma because I hadn't found one other person who likes Oklahoma. I couldn't find them. At the initial set, it was Alabama, 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 Alabama. As we've gotten closer to tonight, Joe, though, I will tell you, suddenly everyone is strong, but I feel like you are going to be possibly with a bit of the public side here tonight. I feel like now it seems like the tide has turned, and now everyone is on Oklahoma. And whether it's because Ty Simpson's hurt, whether it's because everyone thinks Kalen DeBoer is running out the door for Michigan after this game, whether it's their line's banged up. I think now, Joe, whereas initially it sounded like everyone was in on Alabama, it feels like everyone is in on Oklahoma now here in this game.
Look, it's maybe I still think that I still think the pedigree and the people believe Alabama's an elite program. I don't look, and statistically we'll talk. I don't think DeBoer is that great of an SEC coach. Okay, he was good at Washington. He was great at Fresno State, and he got his team to the national championship. But again, in the SEC, he's been clearly out-coached now in multiple games. What?
It just means more.
It does. It means more. But statistically, when you talk about where games are won and lost, if it's going to be a lower scoring game, they don't have the rushing attack this year. It's one of their worst ever. Going back 20 years. I mean, to average 128 rushing yards per game and only 3.7 yards per carry is terrible, is a testament to just how bad, to me, the offensive line is. Now, right now, people say, well, they throw it 80% of the time. Okay, if they're throwing it 80% of the time, you're not averaging 3.7 yards per carry. When you need to run it in a tough game, they can't. They don't. Jam Miller basically leads the team, with basically 450 rushing yards. That's pathetic. And on top of that, when you look at their rushing defense and you think of Nick Saban and you think about how dominant and physical they were, Carver, they're giving up 150 yards on the ground. So to me, in the 125 now after the Georgia game, but for much of the year it was 150. You could run on them, right? I mean, Auburn put up $150. I think Georgia put up 225 in the first game, 227. They averaged 6 yards per carry. Georgia rushed for 141 in the SEC championship game, but they basically didn't have to do anything after they jumped up 14-0. So I think interior line play is big. And I don't think that changes in 2 or 3 weeks. I don't think you get more physical. Either you have it or you don't. And everybody can knock Oklahoma offensively, but defensively they bring their lunch pail. And I'll roll with that any time of the week with the home team. And it could be just where Venables owns DeBoer, right? Venables could own DeBoer. He just didn't beat him this year. He beat him with Jalen Milroe and shut Milroe down to 3 points in Norman 2 years ago. So maybe he's got a pulse of that offense. I will say I like Oklahoma. I like them as a 1.5 dog. They now are a 1.5 point favorite. I just think McTeer could have a big day. And I think the time off actually benefits McTeer potentially more than Ty Simpson, because I don't think his thumb was 100% and he roughed it, and you got the good, the bad, and the ugly. But they've been playing playoff football for a month. They went into Neyland Stadium and won that game. They went into Tuscaloosa, won that game. I mean, nobody gives them any credit for that. I mean, I just don't see it. Give me OU. I will say the game of the lifetime potentially is in this game.
Well, I mean, we're doing this game right now. So, I mean, do you want to wait and do all the games and then tell us what your game of the lifetime is? Is that?
No, I'll tickle it. I'll tickle the sack. How about that? Let's do it, all right? I'll tickle it. You ready? All right? You ready? Game of the lifetime. Bing, 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 bing. Get your 6-shooters out, baby, because I know they bring their lunch pail. But 41.5, it's light. 46.5, 50.5, 52.5, up, and away. Game of the lifetime, total of the stratosphere. Over 41.5. Over 41.5.
I got to tell you, Joe, I love it. I love the over. I know you want to hear that. I love the over in this game. I'm with you. I think it's a little light. I think we're putting let me just tell you something. I know Oklahoma's defense is good, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the 85 Bears. I mean, can we stop talking about them like they're the 85 Bears? And here's the other thing. On the flip side of that, I don't believe that Oklahoma's offense is the worst offense in the history of football either. I think that this Mateer with a couple weeks off can maybe get himself going a little bit. I won't pick the same as you. I thought you were taking Oklahoma and I was going to take the over. But since Joe's game of his lifetime, game of the galaxy, as Eddie from Columbus puts up, game of the galaxy for Joe, I will instead, Joe, take Oklahoma minus the 1.5 as my
So pick. We're in agreement.
We're in agreement. I last week, I think I was on Alabama, and the more I've looked into it and the more I've listened and the more that I've learned.
Glad that you learned.
I've decided that Oklahoma's the right side. Okay. I'm taking the Sooners tonight, minus 1.5. Not my game of the lifetime or the game of the Ruby Slipper, none of that stuff. I'm just taking Oklahoma minus the 1.5. But
now you do realize I feel just as strong about Oklahoma, but I've been saying Oklahoma since this thing came out, and I can't give a game of the lifetime where I've been saying it for 4 weeks.
Okay.
You realize that, right?
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
You're my
So there you
coach.
go.
I mean, you're my coach. You tell me to eat fruit. You do all this stuff.
Yeah, that is what I do. So that's tonight's game. Alabama and Oklahoma. You get a game of a lifetime from Joe there with the over 41.5. I'll be on that too, in some capacity this evening. Next, triple header on Saturday in the college football playoff. By the way, the Alabama-Oklahoma winner, Joe, plays Indiana.
Yeah, and I think they could beat Indiana.
Okay, that's who matched up in that. Noon East kick down at Kyle Field for Texas A&M and Miami. Texas A&M minus 3.5 at this moment. And I'm a little surprised here, Joe, and I'm actually kind of glad I haven't bet it yet either. This total's gone from 51.5 to 48.5 over the last couple of days. So the total's come down a little bit here, Joe. Am I missing something? What's going on?
What do you mean, the total of what? Ole Miss?
No, I'm on Miami and Texas A&M, Joe. Come on, Joe. We're here. We're here doing the show, Joe.
I was putting something in. I was putting in that bet.
Come on, we're here. The total in Miami has gone from 51.5 to 48.5 over the last couple of days.
And you're nervous because I remember you're missing because you love this is the Johnny Neutron special. This is Jimmy Neutron. Right, and you're getting a little nervous that now all of a sudden you're getting 3 points of discount because the total came off. Here's the thing. I mean, Texas A&M over the last course of the month has not played all that well, right? Heading into this 2-week bye, they got pushed to the limit by South Carolina. They didn't cover. They were down 30-3. They won that game 31-30 as an 18.5-point favorite. They then beat up on Sanford 48-0. And then at end of the year, they didn't cover the 2.5-point number against Texas. They lost outright, right? So now you get Miami. They open as 3.5-point favorites. Texas A&M. They played 2 years ago. Miami abused them. Remember, they put up 45. I think it was 45-33. It was actually week 1 or week 2 of the college football season, 2023. That was one of Mario Big Chess wins over Jimbo. Remember to start the year? I actually think they were 5.5-point underdogs in that game. I think Miami was catching 5.5. In that matchup. I could be wrong, but I got to double check. Look, it's going to come down to defense for A&M. If Miami can move the football, I think they win. If Miami can run the football, I think they win. But I'm going to roll with A&M. Again, I just think the environment, 110,000 fans at Kyle Field. Yeah, it's good for Carson Beck. He's played in the SEC, but never in his career did Georgia go on the road to A&M in that environment. But what about the other players? This is by far the largest stadium they've been in by like 30,000 fans, right? I mean, I'm just saying the audibles, everything. It's gonna be a balmy 60 degrees. I like A&M. I think defense for A&M. They have the number 1 statistically third down defense in college football. You know, for much of the year they were toe to toe with Ohio State. At one stretch during a 5-game run, when they beat up on like Missouri and they beat up on some other teams that they played in the middle part of the year, they held those opponents to 14% on third down conversions. You get that type of effort against Carson Beck, and he's not mobile. They're going to get after him, you know? So that's where I give I'm going to roll with A&M. I don't love the total as much as you do, because I think A&M is going to want to try and touch the will. Reuben Owens.
But none of these A&M games, Joe, have been. I mean, look at these games in conference. They've, other than the Texas game, which I understand that stayed under.
But State was under 31-9.
They gave up 30 points to South Carolina. You know, I mean, Joe, 38-17, 49-25, 45-42. I mean, come on, Joe.
Could we get a sack total for Cassius Howell in this game?
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
From New York. Why don't you go look in Jersey? Okay, I don't get them. I'm on the over, Joe. Over 48.5. I think that this game, both teams get in the 20s. We'll be able to get there. I was a little nervous that it's come down 3 points in the last couple of days. That obviously bothers me a little.
Why?
It's not a weather thing. It's going to be supposed to be a great day there in Texas A&M. Beautiful day. So there's not a weather issue. So I'm missing it probably, but you know, that happens to me sometimes. And I'll tell you this other side of it. For the sake of the show, I'm taking over 48.5. That's my pick in the game. But I'll tell you this much. You could say all that stuff you just said right there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Miami's winning this game.
See,
Miami's winning this game.
when you say it like so confident, like
Miami's winning this game.
oh, come on.
This Texas A&M team, Joe, they're kind of fraudulent. They're kind of fugazi. They really are. How many teams they beat this year? Teams who fired their coach. Like honestly, they have one good win, and it's the same good win that Miami has. Notre Dame. So I mean, what other good wins does Texas A&M have this year? Who they beat? Auburn, LSU. I mean, come on, these teams suck, Joe. This is a fraudulent Texas A&M team. You got an experienced quarterback who I agree has been gutless in the past. I'm not the biggest Carson Beck guy.
Okay.
But I think that he's going to be able to win this game. I'm taking Miami.
All right.
Outright.
Now you say silly things.
Mario Big Chest. Yes, Eddie. Mario Big Chest scares me, obviously. Back in Mario Big Chest in a game like this is tricky. But I'm going to do it. I'm taking Miami.
What do you think? All right.
What's your pick? Texas A&M?
Yeah.
Minus the 3.5.
Minus the 3.5 is my pick. I think they boat race them.
Boat race them. Wow.
I think Cassius Howell has about 4 sacks in this game.
Okay, well, you can go find that player prop on your own. I can't help you with that.
Where is this Memphis game being played?
Do you want to just jump into that right now? Do you want to finish the college football playoff games first?
I'm just looking. I'm working. I'm in the lab.
It's at the pirate ship in Tampa.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
How's the weather there?
Is that the Gasparilla Bowl, Joe, you're inquiring about?
No, the Gasparilla Bowl isn't played in Tampa.
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yes,
I thought that's the one played in App State.
No. Gasparilla Bowl is at Raymond James in Tampa. That's where they're playing that game today.
All right.
Would you like to jump to that before we get to the rest of the college football playoff games or no?
No, I have an underdog play of the year in the other games.
You have an underdog play of the year. All right, well, let's get to them because these are obviously the games that, it's unfortunate that we have to have these, but we do. We'll start with Tulane and Ole Miss.
What do you mean it's unfortunate? How do you say that?
These games are nonsense. These teams shouldn't be here. These teams shouldn't be here.
See, this bothers me.
We'll head to the Grove right here, Joe. The Walk of Champions. Coming right on through. The Walk of Champions at the Grove. For Golding and Ole Miss, as Lane's out in Baton Rouge, going to have to watch on his television. Can't be there. This is now a rematch from earlier in the year. You're 45-10, Ole Miss beat Tulane. Tulane's catching 17.5 with this Summerall, who's running to Florida. 56.5 is the total.
Carver, I don't think I felt strongly about an underdog than I have in this game right here. I know Tulane's lost 14 straight. They've last beat Ole Miss since 1988. Now, they haven't played every year. Okay, so that's important to recognize. They lost the last 4. Now, it didn't play every year as well. They played 3 in the 2020s in that, and then the last one I think was 2015. But the last 4 they've lost by 32.4 points per game. They've absolutely been smashed in these games. But guess what? You know what they have?
It's a new day.
They have a heart of a lion. Dun, 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 dun. I've been watching Rocky. Dun, 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 dun. I love Tulane plus the 17. Jake Retzlaff. Give me a Tulane offense averaging $170. This Golding looks like he stuck his finger in a socket. Are you kidding? He looks like he's been out on a 5-day bender in Vegas. You think he cares about getting this team up? You think Charlie Weiss Jr., where was Charlie Weiss Jr.? Wasn't he at Kansas with Leipold and he, or maybe with Les Miles? He's been bouncing around this Charlie Weiss. His dad's an afterthought. Okay, nobody remembers Charlie Weiss anymore. Big bad offensive coordinator, right? Big bad Charlie Weiss. Stick it, Tulane. You know what? I might even go out. I'm going to take Tulane outright. Outright. I want one of these dogs to be barking. And it's not a pooch. It's a full-blown Rottweiler. The Rottweiler. Rah! They're going to be barking this weekend. Tulane's going to be barking. Rah, rah, rah.
They're going to get
Sean King, Matt Forte, all the greats.
Oh, yeah, the greats. All the greats. Joe, I can't. I can't get there with you.
Carver, you know why you can't get there with me? Do you know why? Let me just tell you why. You got no guts. You got no guts.
What are you talking
It takes guts. It takes guts to pick Tulane. You wearing that Irish hat, wearing it on your sleeve. Guess what? They ain't there. They're not even going to a bowl. That's how gutless they are. Okay? I wouldn't be parading down Strong Island with that hat. I'll tell you that right now. Don't be seeing me in the mall Christmas shopping with that hat on. First thing I say to you is gutless. I'll tell you, yeah.
Are you done?
Hang on, I gotta have some porridge.
Are you done?
It's possible I could be done. You don't like Jake Retzlaff. You don't like John Summerall. He bothers you.
Bad hire for Florida.
Golish is. You know what Golish has? Golish has.
Oh my God.
Golish has fucking concrete stones. That's what he's got. He's got concrete stones. You know why? Because he's from Brooklyn. That's why Golish freaking concrete stones. That's what he's got. Give me that guy. I look at a guy. When I look at a head coach, I look into his eyes. I see that guy's got concrete stones.
I'm taking the under, Joe. Under 56.5.
You know why? Because they're going to run it. They're going to run it.
They're going to run it.
They are going to run it. Let me ask you this. Do you think your boy Trinidad Chambliss is checked out?
Probably is.
He don't care, right? He's got the college natty in sight. All he cares about is the big gas.
Look, I think that there's a 70% chance Ole Miss completely rolls them in this game, obviously, just from a talent perspective. I don't want to get there laying it with them because I don't know about some of these unknowns. Like this Golding seems like a wacko, to be quite honest with you, Joe. He's like, again, he's got passion. I'm surprised you're not pumping this guy up. He's like a blue collar guy. He's kind of like you. He uses very colorful language at the press conferences. But like, Weiss is there, but he don't really work there anymore. The quarterback's probably got 1 foot. It's a very weird spot. And that's why I'm not going to lay the 17.5. But I will take the under because as much as I do feel that they could smash them, I feel like this guy's a defensive guy. He's going to have to. And Tulane scored 10 points against them last time. I don't think Tulane is scoring much in this game, Joe. So if it's a game that you get through and cover the 17.5, I feel like we'll both eat because it's probably an under if Tulane's covering the 17.5. I would have to think, right?
Yeah,
I'm looking for more of us.
I don't think they're getting.
This game gets into 30s and 40s. You're not covering 17.5. So I think this is an opportunity, Joe, for maybe both of us to eat. I'm taking the under 56.5. And for the sake of the show, you're taking Tulane plus 17.5. Although you claim you're going to bet them outright, too. So outright is what you were yelling about before. And finally, Saturday night in Eugene, Jimmy Madison in Oregon. This is now 20.5. It was 21.5 the last couple of days. And the total's down more. Man, I should have grabbed that total where it was. Down to 45.5. It was 47.5 the other day.
Yeah.
I like the under.
I'm not getting any value with these bowl games. No value.
How about we do this right now? We're here. Let's live in
I know. I already like James. I like Oregon to smash them.
So this game, you're going for a smash play, is what you're saying.
My heart wants to say James Madison and the under again. I might pull the trigger on the under if I can get, if I alt it up over 21 and say, look, can they lose 42-21 right on the number? It's possible. Do you feel confident that they're going to go into Eugene and win that game?
No, they're not going to win the game. They're not winning the game. Are they going to cover 20.5? I say no.
All right.
I'm laying it.
I reluctantly lay it. Let me just see something here. Their defense is not bad, Carver. They're giving up 15.
Here's the problem, Joe. Here's the problem. Yeah, maybe their defense isn't bad. How much is Madison scoring in this game? Legitimately tell me, how many points are they scoring in this game?
250 on the ground. I mean,
How many points are they scoring in this game?
14.
Okay. So, I mean, I honestly think Oregon's good for 35.
There you go.
You know, it's just that 14, I don't even think they're going to score 14, to be quite honest with you. I'm not sure they get that much. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, we all want to see the big, everybody wants to spit in Joe Klatt's face and see a close game with one of these two. I get it.
You're calling me out. Everybody wants to spit in Joe. Yeah, I do. I don't want to spit in his face. I want to drop the hammer on Joe.
Well, I'm saying not just you. There's a lot of people who would like to see one of these games be extremely close just to give Joe Klatt the business. I understand that. People want to do that, but I don't think that you're going to get there. I don't think it's going to happen. Now, this was a point that we've talked about on the other day on my show, Joe, and Eddie brings it up. There's a theory out there that maybe, Lanning's obviously a very cerebral guy, that he's not going to
run it up,
show a lot either because of the Texas Tech. He doesn't want to give Texas Tech much because he doesn't have to. He's going to be able to win the game comfortably, that he's not going to show much with Texas Tech on the horizon with the win. There's also the thought that this Chesney, who's going to take the UCLA job, who's with Jimmy Madison, that he's going to, he's going to run it and control clock and try to keep the Oregon offense on the sideline, which would obviously play to the under a little bit more. 45.5 is tough, Joe. I think it's gotten too low for me now. The other day it was 47, 48. I maybe could have got there. 45.5 seems a little too low because I feel like Oregon could score 40 in the game on their own.
I think you're right about that, Carver. I do. I think you're right in that area.
I'm just going to lay it with Oregon. I'm just going to lay it. Is this a checker on a checker, or are you going with something?
Yeah, but I'm reluctant. I think the over gets there, but again, I don't feel good about it. It's Oregon, but I don't like that game as much as I like the first three games. I like Oklahoma, I like A&M, and I really like Tulane. Those are my top three games. But
you'll be watching Bears Packers instead of this, is what you're telling me. This game's got no interest to you. You don't like college football anymore, so you're just not going to be.
See how
you be in on that. Did you like the trailer from UTSA? That clip I sent you?
I saw that.
Good clip.
I saw that. That was nice.
Your college football.
My college football.
It's my college football.
Everything is my college football.
Your college football.
This is what you did. You did this. This is,
All right, quickly. There's a couple other bowl games besides the 4 college football playoff games. Do you have any interest in about a half hour, Joe? The Myrtle Beach Bowl with Kennesaw State.
I took the over.
In Western Michigan. It's light, right? It's in the
46 and
bowl game.
I mean, think about this. The MAC championship was 43.5. That game trended under. I think it was 23-13, and they got right out of the gate. But I think Kennesaw can move the football. I also think Western Michigan can move, and that's the game. That's the one that's played in Coastal Carolina on the fast track. So I like the over there.
I'm taking Kennesaw plus the 3.5.
All right, I took the over 46.
The last 3 days, Joe, I've gone with the teams that have never been in bowl games before, and I'm 1 for 1.
I took all 3 overs today, by the way.
Okay. Well, I love the over in the NC State.
Let's not forget, I put out my game of the lifetime.
We're gonna get back to that in the recap. Don't worry. I'm gonna make sure everybody knows what you have. I love the over, Joe, in this Memphis NC State game. This is up and away in a big way today.
Okay.
That Western Michigan's actually 46.5, Joe, for you.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought you said 48.5. I apologize.
No, I said it was 46.
So what are you on in the NC State? Your checker on a checker?
I took the over there too. And I took CJ Bailey for 275 plus.
That's on your own merit. I don't have anything to do with that. What is it at? 56.5 now, NC State?
Yes.
I got to put that in.
Yes.
56.5. So both of us are on that. The Potato Bowl's Monday night.
All right, what are we doing?
It's this year's edition has Washington State and Utah State. Utah State minus 1.5, 49.5. Monday afternoon.
I feel like Utah State's always in this bowl game.
Probably. I'm taking the Cougs. I'm taking Washington State.
Could we get the over? This game is always like, Let me see. I think I'm going to take the over. I like the Cougs a little bit too. Could we take them on the money line at even money?
We probably could.
Are we going to do Tuesday's game too? You want to just do Tuesday?
I guess just in case, if you would like to. So wait, you're on the over in that Washington State?
Yes.
Okay, over 49.5. Tuesday is Louisville.
Yeah, it's a smash job by Louisville
against Toledo in the Boca Raton.
I think they smash Toledo.
So you're laying it?
Yep.
All right. Louisville minus 6.5. I'm on Louisville too, Joe. I'm sorry. Checker on a checker. I think that they got no shot, Toledo. No shot. New Orleans, Western Kentucky, and Southern Miss. Western Kentucky minus 2.5, 57.5.
I like Southern Miss.
I like Western Kentucky.
All right.
So we'll go heads up in that one.
All right, go ahead. Yep.
And then UNLV in Ohio.
The kids, the coach is fired.
Bowl.
He's frisky. The coach. The coach is a little handsy. The coach is a little handsy. You gonna go with Mullen, or you gonna go with? I'm gonna take the kids from Ohio. Maybe they rally.
I'm taking UNLV.
All right,
I'm on UNLV.
You're like such a homer when it comes to this.
I like Mullen. He's one of my guys.
All right, there you go.
He's one of my guys. He's been wronged in a lot of places. Now we might as well do this because just in case, and we both love this game.
Over.
A tradition unlike any other. The Hawaii Bowl, Christmas Eve.
Gotta go over.
It's an absolute no doubt about it over.
No doubt about it.
When you talk about Joe, you don't even got to watch the game. This thing is up.
Don't say that.
Up and away. This Cal Hawaii game.
It's Atlas C1. What is it? Atlas C1.
And I'll tell you, I like Hawaii. I like Hawaii too. This is flipped. The Cal was favored the other day. Now Hawaii's favored. I love Hawaii.
Is Rivera going to coach them?
Who cares?
I'm just saying. Rivera. If so, that's a double down situation. So he sucks.
He does. Suck.
Ron Rivera.
Actually, one book still has Cal favored, but it doesn't matter. It's basically almost a pick 'em at this point. But over 52.5.
Yeah.
All right. Are we both taking that?
Yes.
I think we have to. It's kind of
it's a Johnny Neutron special.
All right. Let me try to quickly do this. Then we'll do the NFL. All right. College football playoff and the next couple days of bowl games. Here we go. Carver and Lisi college football picks. I have Oklahoma minus 1.5. Miami and Texas A&M over 48.5. Tulane Ole Miss under 56.5. Oregon minus 20.5. Kennesaw plus the 3.5. NC State Memphis over 56.5. Washington State plus 1.5. Louisville minus 6.5. Western Kentucky minus 2.5. UNLV minus 6.5. And Hawaii over 52.5. Joe, Oklahoma and Bama over 41.5. Go ahead, Joe. Tag it.
Game of the lifetime. You need concrete stones to back me in this spot, but it's the game of the lifetime. Concrete stones over 41.5. Over 41.5. Over 40. Not of the century, not of the millennium. We erase those packages completely. We start fresh with the game of the lifetime right here on Carver and Lisi.
Texas A&M minus 3.5. Tulane plus 17.5. Oregon minus 20.5. Kennesaw, Western Michigan over 46.5. NC State, Memphis over 56.5. Washington State, Utah State over 49.5. Joe hasn't found an under he likes yet. Louisville minus 6.5. Southern Miss plus 2.5. Ohio plus 6.5. And Hawaii over the 52.5. The next week or so's college football playoff and bowl games. The picks for Carver and Lisi with that. All right, Joe. So instead of, I'm not going to turn it off for you here, but I did make the graphics department do a little bit of work. A little bit of work. So there you go. We'll switch that. And then we'll come back around down here and we'll change the bottom for you there too, Joe.
Wow, look at that.
And I know, like this is, and we actually, how could
I love you. I love doing this show. I love you. We deserve to be paid so much money for this show.
I know we do. It's true.
It's amazing on how many hacks are making it.
It is true. Look at that. I changed all the banners and everything else in the middle of the show. And now we're ready to go. Do you know how you did last week in the NFL?
I think I know I lost the Lions, and I know I lost the Browns. Did I go 0-4?
You went 0-4 last week.
Oh, my
Sorry.
God. What's my record?
32-28-1.
I mean, not
You've given
bad.
back. You're still over 500, but you gave back. You were about 10 games plus over 500. And the last couple weeks, Joe, you talk about whiskey, sour, 1-7 the last 2 weeks. You've given away a lot of that juice.
I'm at 53%. All right, we have to regroup. And I think, I think I see it clearly now.
Before we get there, quickly.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Rams-Seattle game last night?
I thought once you texted me Darnold's a hack, I said, I wish I would have bet it live. I didn't know. Sam Darnold. I was watching that game in bed, and I'm like,
I had Seattle money line, and it was honestly, Joe, it was a gift of a win.
That 2-point conversion, not the one that won the game. The 2-point that they gave it to him.
That was nonsense.
If you and I were on them, we would have never
got it right. I understand it was technically the right call, blah, blah, blah. It was stupid. That was just it was just nonsense that they were able to get that there. But a big win for Seattle now, Joe, but they're not out of the woods yet in terms of having the one, because they got to play Carolina and the Niners. And if the Niners win their next two, I think the Niners can jump them if they beat them the last game of the season. So not out of the woods yet whatsoever for Seattle. And I don't mind the Rams on the road, Joe. I think that they can get there on the road this year. You're down on the Rams. I know you're not with them.
No.
But either way, we should be fine. All right. Picks for I was 1-3 last week, Joe. So I really didn't make any ground.
The show did terrible.
Show had a really bad week. So we both need a nice big bounce back for us here in this. Let's go, Joe. Give me your first one here. Now, remember, 2 Saturday night games, Philly, Washington, Bears, Packers. Full slate Sunday. You have Ravens, Patriots, the Sunday night game, and Niners, Colts is the Monday night game this week, Joe. Give me your first pick.
First pick is going to be easy. I'm going to go to Saturday, that 5:00 game. If you go to the games, it's a dead over for me. Philly and Washington, if you go back to the history in Washington, these games fly through the total. Remember last year, this was the game Jaden Daniels threw 5 touchdowns. I understand he's not playing, but Mariota put up 29 points. McLaurin got involved. And the fact that Philly got 31 points and shut it out, their offense seems to be humming. Look, I like Philly in the game, but I think 44.5 is way too light. I think this game flies through the total.
Flies through the total, Joe says. Flies through the total. All right. I'll do a total also, Joe, to start things off.
Okay.
I'm going to go to MetLife.
Okay.
Vikings and Giants. Not exactly the most attractive game on the card this week. But these Giant games, like the Giants give up 30 points every week now, Joe. And I'm not the biggest McCarthy guy, but at least like the last couple of weeks, he's looked competent, I guess you could say. And I think the Giants could score like 20 points. So I think this is a nice, fun party over here. Over 43.5 at MetLife for the Vikings and the Giants. Both these teams are in the top 10 in overs played this year. I know the Viking D is good, Joe, but I think the Giants will be able to score a little bit. They're not going to win the game. They're god-awful. I'll take over 43.5, Joe. Vikings and Giants to start it off.
All right, pick 2 for me. I know they're the hottest team in the nation. They won 11 straight. But I'm going to go against Sean Payton in Denver. They got the emotional win last week, right, against Green Bay. Everybody picked against them. Jordan Love, they stepped up. Now they get Liam Cohen and Jacksonville going potentially into a cold weather environment. Spread was a flat 3. Now we're seeing 3.5s come into the market. I'm going to roll with Trevor Lawrence and the Jags in this spot. I like the Jags. I think they're significantly underrated, 9-4 overall. I think people are sleeping on them. I like their defense, but I just think this is a letdown spot potentially for Denver. You know, they've won 11 straight, and they're doing it great. And people were bashing Bo Nix. He throws 4 touchdowns last week. But for me, I think the Jags have the type of personnel to move the football. And let's not forget, last time they played, what was it, 1998 with Natrone Means Business?
Oh, Natrone Means Business. Yeah.
Have the Jags played there since?
Probably, but Natrone Means Business.
That's what I'm going back to history. Jacksonville, Mark Brunell, Natrone Means Business. Could be outright, Carver. Could be outright. Jackson, for the sake of the show, 3.5.
Take the 3.5 for the sake of the show. Next one for me. I'll go to Detroit. Steelers and Lions. This game essentially, Joe, means nothing to Pittsburgh after they've won the last couple of weeks. You know, that now look, if the Ravens lose the next few, then the Steelers win, they can win the division before that last game. But for pretty much, this is lining up Steelers-Ravens in Week 18 for the AFC North once again. I don't think there's much gas for Pittsburgh here. I think this game means everything to the Lions, though. Everything. They need this game to keep pace. Especially coming off a loss to the Rams last week, they need to stay in the mix. They're 8-6. They got to get that 9th win. That way they can potentially catch the loser of this Bear-Packer game on Saturday night. They play the Bears one more time. I'm on the Lions, Joe. -6.5. You've watched the Steelers. I know they've won the last couple of weeks. Their offense sucks. Okay, they do. And inside on the fast track, the Lions are going to score on them, and the Steelers are not going to be able to keep up. I'm taking the Lions, Joe. I know it's hey, listen, I'm Johnny Public here on this one. I get it. Everybody's on the Lions this week. Usually a recipe for disaster. I fully admit that, Joe, but I'm laying it to 6.5 with Detroit.
All right, I'm going to give you a dog that's going to be barking. Now, I did like Pittsburgh in the game, but it wasn't going to make the card just because it's a Tomlin spot. It's a Tomlin. I'm kidding. Ready? Here's a spot. You ready for this? New Orleans is playing lights out.
They are.
They're laying 5.5 to the Jets, right? There's no way that everybody, big bad Jets plus the 13.5 with Brady Cook smashed again. It's back-to-back road games. They just fired the DC. Aaron Glenn he's trying to keep his head above water. Give me the Jets. Plus the 5.5. The Saints shouldn't be 5.5 point favorites over anybody, Carver.
Brady.
They should.
I'm embarrassed. I took them last week. That was before I.
They shouldn't be 5.5 point favorites over anybody.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Let's be honest. This Kellen Moore,
I mean, I don't disagree that their D is one of the best in the NFL the last month. Their defense played really well.
I'm not seeing it. Give me the Jets plus the 5.5.
Okay, if that's where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to Monday night next.
All right.
Niners and Colts. I thought the Colts went into Seattle last week with the old man and put up a very, their game plan. They played it to perfection. Their defense kept them in the game. They didn't let Rivers do anything crazy. Short throws, Taylor running the football, grinded out game, and they were right there to possibly win it at the end. Niners offense has been humming, Joe. I don't think that the Colt D is going to be able to keep the Niner offense down enough for old man Rivers to play dink and dunk and run the football. They're going to have to open it up a little bit. And I think that's going to be a major problem for them. I think, Joe, that this is take a look at me, Joe. Smash job for the Niners on Monday night. You had the warm, fuzzy feelings with old man Rivers last week in Seattle. Now you get, Joe, what's called reality of him being a 44-year-old quarterback being back in the league. Niners, Joe, big. Now the Niners scared. I had the Niners last week. They got there for me, but they played around with Tennessee at home. Not playing around here. They don't want to be embarrassed by the old man Rivers. Niners -5.5, Joe. Pick number 3 for me.
All right. I like the Colts in the game.
Of course.
I'm going to go with old man.
For the sake of the show. Right?
Will you stop?
Go ahead.
All right, I'll give you one. I'll give you a pick that actually wins. Okay, you ready? You ready? I'm going to give you a pick that. No, I'm going to give you a pick.
The Colt pick wouldn't have won, so I'm glad you're not going to give everybody that. That's not going to be.
No. I mean, I don't like your last 2 picks, but I'm actually going to give you a winner now. Okay?
Good. Well, your other ones probably aren't winners. So that you just took the Jets, Joe. So it's hard to sit here and pump your chest about giving winners. You took the Jets.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You done talking now, or what?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're the one who's talking, so go ahead.
All right. Are you done?
No.
All right. I can't. How about the Falcons on the run? I think Arizona's dead and buried. Stick a fork in them. This offense is done. They have nothing to play for. Gannon could be out. This guy stinks as a head coach. Look, I don't love the Falcons, but they got that victory. They're still playing hard. Old man Kirk Cousins. Atlanta minus the 2.5 goes into Arizona and wins it and smashes them. And don't be shocked if Kyle Pitts has another huge day. 200 yards receiving. Looks like he's back in Florida. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that was a one-hit wonder last week. That's what I think that was.
All right.
One-hit wonder.
You have it all figured out, Carver. More Diddels for me. Over Eagles and Commanders.
More Diddels.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars plus the 3.5. And I don't know if you saw this.
Do I get to do my last pick or no?
No.
Do I get to do
I don't know if you saw this, but the books claim that if Jake Paul knocks out Joshua or Leighton wins again, the books will lose $100 million.
I believe it. I mean, everyone's betting this again. I did this with you. I did this with you with the Tyson Jake Paul fight, and me and you had a thing that night, and you were like, "You think it's fixed?" I was like, "Yeah, Joe, it's fixed. It's a fixed fight." This is also a fixed fight, so the fight's fixed. Okay, Joshua will win. It'll go the distance. He won't knock him out. He could, Joe, if he wanted to, that fight would end in 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Joshua would clean that kid out in 5 seconds if he wants to.
Look at you, Mick. It's Mick. Good, Mick. Clean that kid's clock.
This will be.
I've been around gyms 46
all these
years.
things now are staged spectacles, and that's what this McGregor Mayweather, Paul Tyson. These are staged spectacles.
There he is, the fight doctor.
Everything has been
the fight doctor. The fight doctor.
If Joshua wanted to, did you see the size of him, Joe, next to him at the weigh-in yesterday? He's like 3 of them. If he wanted to, he would destroy that kid in 5 seconds. But he's not gonna, because this is a television show. And they're gonna let him bounce around and do all this, like McGregor did against Mayweather. He'll let him bounce around. And then eventually, and it's only 8 rounds, so he'll let him go the whole 8 rounds, and Joshua will win. And that's it. There you go, Joe. I just gave you the script. You don't have to watch tonight. You don't have to watch. Just like I did with the Tyson Paul.
There he is.
I told you that was fixed.
Oh, man, 30. Thank you, fight doctor. I didn't know. There you go.
Fixed. Can I do my last pick now or no?
Or
do I not get to give the fourth pick?
Give your last pick. Good. I mean, really, I don't know if the people are waiting around. What's your record, by the way? I'm 32, 28, and 1. What's your record, hero?
27 and 34. I'm right behind. I've
right behind me. Right behind me.
6 games back.
What are you talking about? I'm coasting.
Back to the loss.
I'm driving the Tesla.
Well,
what are you doing?
You better not throw up another 0-4 because I could be right behind you right before you know it. I've had a bad year picking on these shows. Good year overall, bad year on these shows. I am going to take, Joe, the Ravens Sunday night at home against the Patriots.
I was going to pick that.
2.5, minus 2.5 for the Ravens. The mighty Patriots. I'm interested to see, Joe, how they respond after the blowing a 21-point lead to the Buffalo Bills. Obviously, the Ravens need the game. Although, the Patriots lose, Joe, I still think they're going to win the division because I don't see them losing to Miami or the Jets the last 2.
Right.
The Bills really need them to lose 2 more games. This one and another one, but I don't think that will happen. But either way, I like the Ravens, Joe, minus the 2.5.
I like the Ravens too
against the Patriots.
At least you're learning. I like the Ravens too. You might have a good pick on your hand. You might have a good pick.
We'll see. You went 0-4 last week, Joe. Okay.
So I mean, Carver, I'm still 4 games over 500, 53%.
Let's not easy. Let's just easy there. It's not like they're making 2 for the money 2 after you. Okay, so let's just calm down.
Why not? I'm better than McConaughey. All
right, let's
all right.
Not happening. All right, fast, and we gotta go.
Fast and loose.
Packers Bears Saturday night. Bears minus 1.5.
I'm gonna lay it with the Bears. I think the Pack emotionally dead and buried with the Micah Parsons.
It's Bears or nothing for me.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna take the Bears. Chargers Cowboys. Cowboys minus 2.5, 49.5. Cowboys will be eliminated by the time they go on because the Eagles are going to win on Saturday. I don't know, Joe. I kind of like the Cowboys, believe it or not.
All right.
Yeah, it's not a best bet, obviously. Bills laying 10.5 in Cleveland against.
I like
Browns.
Cleveland.
It's typical Bill. They always play down to a team like this on the road. I could see the Bills winning by like 7 and not covering the 10.5. It would be typical of them. here. 41.5 with that. Bucks Panthers, Joe. Big game.
I like Bucks. But you should be betting the Panthers every other week. They lost last week, so should be a bet on week.
This should be a bet on week for the Panthers.
If you look from the Bills game every other week, the pendulum, gentlemen, the pendulum, gentlemen. I used to have a science teacher that used to call it
Panthers.
The pendulum.
I like the Panthers. If I had to play the game, I'd play the Panthers.
Okay.
Any interest in watching Quinn Ewers for the Dolphins getting 4.5 at home against Cincinnati?
Can we get the over there?
47.5.
What, Burrow?
Man, what's his deal, Joe?
I don't know. Maybe the Dolphins could get him. Could the Dolphins get him?
There has been this this narrative this week that the Chiefs are basically just going to walk into Tennessee and lay down on the ground and not play the game. That's basically what's been portrayed, Joe, is that they're going to come to Tennessee. The bus is going to roll up, and they're going to come on the field, and they're going to lay down while the Titans beat the hell out of them. That is what has been portrayed, because the Chiefs are out for the first, and I get all that. The Chiefs are out for the first time in forever. I've had some time to think about this, Joe, and now I'm starting to lean that the Chiefs will give you some effort with the Gardner Minshew back there.
I love Gardner Minshew.
Because let's remember something, Joe. At the end of the day, it's not like they're playing a good team this week. They're playing the Titans. Titans suck. Like, it's just like, I think that you may be catching the Chiefs with a little bit of a short number here.
It could be a good line. Could be a good line.
You want to lay 14.5 with the Texans?
No, I would take the 14.5 with the Raiders.
Suck, man.
I know, but I don't think the Texans are all that great. I know their defense
crossing 14 is usually too much for me, Joe. When you get past 14,
that's D'Amico Ryans. Why win games 40-20
when I can win him 17-10? It's gonna be one of those type of games for him. And we obviously talked about the primetime games. Patriots Ravens is Sunday night, and Niners Colts is on Monday night. All right, Joe. You got it all in, I think.
Awesome.
Did you get it all in?
Got it all in. We're beautiful. I love you, brother.
Love you too, Joe. If I don't see you, which I mean, I'll talk to you, but if I don't know if we'll do one of these, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Are we gonna do one Tuesday?
We can.
We could do it in the morning. I could do Tuesday morning if you want.
I'll try to accommodate you, Joe. We'll try to make it work one way or the other. Okay.
You're the best.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
We love you.
The NFL and college football picks. Enjoy all the games. Big weekend of college football. Joe's college football, which is what it is now. Maybe another kid will quit before one of these games this weekend. Joe's college football.